go.
Alright, so we're back with another video on Act 5 of Henry IV, Part 1. To kick things off, we're going to go over some characters and conflicts. So we're not really introduced to any new characters, but we do get some new information about Worcester. He's a really bad uncle. He doesn't tell the king about Hotspur's offer for peace, and he doesn't tell the Hotspur about Hal's offer for kind of like a 1v1 and stop the battle. And whoever wins the 1v1 wins the war. And then, so the conflicts for this are Prince versus Prince. So we see that Hal has changed and he's proven himself to be a warrior worthy of the title of Prince of Wales. He has truly made a complete 180 in his life, just like he predicted earlier in the story.
Next, we have continued Prince versus the King. Hal has redeemed himself in his father's eyes. He saved his father from Hotspur and Douglas, and he refuses to leave his father's side until the battle is over, and he's going to fight or die for him. We still have the Prince versus Hotspur. The final battle between the two finally comes up, and Hotspur dies. Hal is victorious, but Hal takes a moment to admire Hotspur's skill in battle. And then finally, we have the Hotspur versus the King. Hotspur's side loses the rebellion, Hotspur is killed, and the king orders for Vernon and Worcester to be executed, but he lets Hal decide Douglas's fate, and Hal decides to let Douglas go for fighting nobly.
And then Act 2, or Part 2, we'll go over the rest of the rebels. So going after Northumberland and Mortimer, but that's Henry IV, Part 2, not Part 1. So then we have the resolutions. So the strategy to disguise many of the warriors as the king pays off, because Douglas kills one thinking he's the king, but in fact he really wasn't.
So previously we discussed how Hal went through his dramatic change. It can be seen that Hal has made this complete 180 in his life, as he refuses to take a break from battle, continues to nobly fight, and slays troop after troop, even after he has been beaten and bloodied up pretty well. This change can also be seen when he saves his father's life while he's battling and losing against Douglas, and it shows that he respects and loves his father. And this is significant also because it shows us that the king and Hal, they've truly changed in their relationship, and he values his father's life and who he has become himself.
And then regarding Falstaff, he proves himself to be the fool and the coward he has acted throughout the whole story. He talks about honor like it's non-existent, and he proves his cowardice when he starts losing his fight with Douglas, and he just lies down and pretends to be dead. It shows that Hal has no real feelings towards Falstaff when he sees him lying on the ground, and he decides to just walk away after making another fat joke. And his patheticness can really be seen when he stabs Hotspur, who's already dead, and he's trying to make it seem like he's the one who actually killed him. And he's just doing this so he can gain more rewards. And then he decides against it when he realizes it won't benefit him in the long run. Hal knows his low-life acquaintance, not really a friend, is not even worth arguing. It's not even worth arguing with him because he's not really worth the time.
So the huge preceding battle between Hal and Hotspur, it started after they started throwing a couple of insults back and forth with each other, and then Hal proceeded to assert his dominance by mortally wounding Hotspur by stabbing him, and this eventually leads to the death of Hotspur. In our opinion, Hotspur's death is actually probably one of the most noble periods of his life, and this is because he accepts his death. He's a little surprised and upset, but he doesn't complain and whine like he normally does. All he does is say, "You've stripped me of my titles," and however, being crybaby Hotspur, he doesn't mention anything bad. He just says, "I'm lost," and
He brings up the whole food for one's aspect that in death everyone is truly equal. Death is the great equalizer. And Hal makes a remark where a whole kingdom wasn't enough for you, and yet now 2 paces of earth is enough. Which really just shows how after death everyone's really just equal. And then Worcester and Vernon are sentenced to death. But Hal is allowed to decide Douglas's fate, and he shows that he is going to exercise some heroic restraint by sparing Douglas because he fought bravely and courageously, even though he was on the losing side. But the king allowing Hal to make this decision shows that the king really does trust his son now, and like they kind of patched everything up between the two of them. And then we also finally get to see that Hal truly did make a 180. He went from being a low-life thief and drunk to being a nobleman, and he fought nobly for his father.
So the king, Hal, and the rest of the army, they decide to continue their campaign as we thought so would happen earlier. And this is because they want to silence all the rebels. They don't want anyone else to upset the balance in the kingdom. And while like the first battle may have been won, the war is just starting and this gets carried on into the next act of the book. So that's all we have for Henry IV Part 1. Thanks for watching.